The Naomi Chazan Fellowship is a year-long leadership development program to equip young leaders from around the world with the skills and knowledge they need to enrich their home community's understanding of Israel-Palestine, and to amplify young progressive Jewish voices. The year begins with a subsidized 8-day trip to Israel-Palestine alongside fellows from the US, UK, and Australia. During the trip, the fellows learn about each of our 6 issue areas through engaging with Israeli and Palestinian civil society leaders and young activists, and witnessing the work of social change organizations firsthand.
Probably what was most impactful for me on this trip was the resounding message of hope and perseverance that we heard from almost every single activist that we spoke to, despite the changing political landscape and the question of what's next and how things are going to, regress. It's been pretty incredible to hear all of them speak about the wins that they do have, the ones they're looking to have. There didn't seem to be an option for defeat, not just because it was what they had to do, but also because they all had faith and hope.
This trip has really helped to clarify so much more than I ever thought was possible. And I feel that I have the tools now where I can better seek out the information myself. I feel more empowered than I thought I would. I still feel overall a sense of hope and I feel invigorated. I'm feeling really excited to go back to Canada and start putting some of these learnings and lessons into action.
Going into the West Bank with Breaking the Silence, into Hebron City proper, the conditions and the state of the occupation and military presence that I had seen in articles and on videos in the news was even worse than I had thought. The reality of the occupation is so much more intense, and to stand in it firsthand and to see the victims of the occupation and meet them personally, and to be around the military and the settlers there was so unnerving and just filled me with a sense of urgency that my anti-occupation work needs to be accelerated. I need to reach more people because this issue is even more critical than I could have ever imagined, and I had already thought it was incredibly critical.
As much as I appreciated NIFC's work, I'm not sure I really understood how much of a key player we are here on the ground, and that has been the number one thing that has kind of changed my perspective when I've been here. It's to talk to the activists, it's to talk to our grantees, and understand the New Israel Fund has really been essential for them being able to affect the amazing change that they have and carry out the programs that we've seen firsthand. There's still hope. This can feel like a really exhausting situation, but the fact is we've seen on the ground all the small wins. I knew our grantees were amazing, but this has blown my expectations out of the water. Understanding that NIF is ready to pivot and meet the current challenges is something I'll be taking home with me and using in my advocacy work when trying to connect with Canadians to get them to support our projects.
Upon return to Canada, the fellows work to engage Canadians on the issues they learned about, take part in leadership seminars, and join a global network of young Jewish progressives. The next generation of Jewish leaders can't and won't shy away from difficult issues in Israel-Palestine. You too can join us.